we are completely dependent on the artificial intelligence in day-to-day life, and it is increasing day by day. So in that aspect, I would like to take up a topic that is pharmacy practice and industry convergence 2030, how it is going to influence by 2030, how the pharmacy field is going to get dependent with the artificial intelligence. So the pharmacy practice and industry convergence 2030. So what is this convergence? So we are going to depend on the multiple domains, that is advancing clinical research, artificial intelligence, precision medicine, and healthcare innovation. Here we are going to sequence or series approaching the all together. We are going to showcase it in the pharmacy domain, how it is going to influence by 2030. So here we are going to integrate different fields for the common domain. What are the parameters that I am going to cover today? Pharmacy 2030, the big picture. What is this big picture we are telling about? How does all these fields influence the pharmacy field, and how it is going to, bring up the outcome? Clinical trials,
Excuse me,
research.
Sushma ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sushma ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Can you
ma'am.
please switch on your video, ma'am?
Yeah. It's not visible?
No, ma'am.
Now? And can you see me?
No, ma'am.
It's showing that. Is there any access from your end, madam? Open the video. It is showing here, but I could not see. Am I visible, madam?
Ma'am, can you please rejoin once, ma'am?
Yeah, sure. Just sorry for the.
To give permission from our side, ma'am.
Ma'am, I
Yes, ma'am.
think
Now you
I'm
are. Yes,
fine.
ma'am. Now you are visible.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So sorry for the delay.
Okay,
Is it visible, madam?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can continue.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then we are going to cover about the clinical research and trials, artificial intelligence in the pharmacy, precision medicine and genomics. Then we are going to cover about the digital health and med tech and drug discovery development, regulatory innovations, and future of the pharmacist role by the artificial intelligence. So here we are going to see the global pharmacy market by 2030. There is an graph increment from 2020 to 2030, that the former global market is keep on increasing the inclined phase, you can see that. And the we are spending almost 1.9 trillion dollars global pharma market by 2030 just for the manufacturing and marketing of these drugs. And out of them, 45% is AI driven drug discovery by 2030, and 6.8 billion patients in the digital health programs like And rather than participating in the, going to the hospital and, wasting their time, they can digitally, attend the, healthcare sessions by online. And 68% of the clinical trials using the artificial intelligence by 2028. As you know, the decentralized clinical trials has come across the world, that the most of the clinical trial is happening online. So pharmacy 2030, the big picture, evolution, transforming and convergence. You can see that in the picture that the robo is, monitoring the, pharmacy here. So what is it doing exactly? So I think I'm not sure how many of you know about this. The countries like Sweden, Sweden and China and also Saudi
Excuse me, ma'am.
Arabia, they're using, hello?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
can you please share your screen, ma'am?
Screen, huh? Is it not visible, ma'am?
Now it is visible.
Oh, sorry.
No, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am.
Now? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now it is. You can
Okay.
proceed.
So, okay. The robots, how they are dispensing the medicines in the real world practice. So I think in the Saudi Arabia now they are practicing the robo artificial intelligence with the dispensing in the pharmacy. And pharmacy practice over the 100 years of evolution. How is it going to work? Compounding era in the year 1920, and it is increasing day by day. 1960s, the drug manufacturing has come into existence. By 1980, clinical pharmacy has come into existence. 2000, evidence-based practice. 2015 plus, we have started up with the digital and precision medicine, precision prescription, AI integrated pharmacy by 2030. So what is this patient-centered care? We are focusing on the 4 parameters here: patient-centered care, technology integration, industry convergence, global health access. So what is this patient-centered care? So we are going to, focus on the patient. Patient is the primary person where you are going to satisfy him and give a better outcome. Pharmacists are the primary care partners and the clinical decision support makers. But when it comes to the better outcome, we have to focus always on the patient betterment. Then coming to the technology integration, AI, robotics, and automation transforming will help in the dispensing and counseling. And coming to the industry convergence, pharma tech and biotech partnerships driving the new therapeutic landscape. So what are these, in the convergence with, as I told you in the first slide, that convergence means, integrating of the different domains and bringing one better outcome. So here we are going to collaborate with the industry as well as research, academia, and getting the therapeutic landscape, new therapeutic landscapes, global health access. So digital platforms enabling the equitable medicines access worldwide. So we are going to get the medicines accessibility through worldwide. Industry convergence 2030 model. This is just a model I have, generated using the AI. So starting from 2018, you can see here there is a drastic improvement by 2030. The pharmaceutical manufacturing market is increasing from 2018 to 30. The US dollars, the billions, it is increasing day by day. There is a lot of change in the marketing of the pharma domain. Then coming to the key players of this domain is, the topmost companies: AstraZeneca, Eli and GSK, Merck company, Novartis. There are many more companies which are, in the leading phase. So what are these pharma 2030 going to do? So when you take a pharmacy field in Sweden, you can see that automated dose dispensing, they are practicing in day-to-day life. And you can see that robot dispensing system is practiced in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so we are going to concentrate on the precision medicine, digital health, genomics, and biotechnology. So coming to the, pharmacy workforce transformation, pharmacogenomics. So here you can see that The first one is pharmacogenomics. So first pharmacogenomics will, it is going to interpret the genetic data for the drug selection. So we are going to depend upon the genes of a patient or genes of a person in order to prescribe a drug, in order to prepare a drug. And the second one is AI literacy, using the mission much essential nowadays in everything. Then coming to the digital therapeutics prescribe and monitor the digital solution, data analytics, how the patient health and outcomes research, be it in a PP, we are using it. Then coming to the regulatory affairs, navigating and evolving the global frameworks. You can see here using the pharmacy workforce transformation. What is whose role? 28% the role is played by the clinical specialist, and the 20% role is played by the AI or data analyst. And precision medicine, what is this precision medicine we are talking about? A medicine that customizes the disease prevention, disease treatment based on the genetic makeup. For example, a patient with diabetes with a specific genetic variation might receive a personalized drug regimen based on his disease condition, based on his genetic profile. Based on his genetic profile, we are going to create a medicine that is better than the standard treatment. So this is all about your precision medicine, how it is going to impact on the pharmacy workforce transformation by 2030. And these are all the parameters that will enforce them. Then coming to the clinical research and trials. So clinical trials, as everybody of us know, that from the preclinical phase to phase 4, we are going to struggle a lot in order to finish your clinical trials. So preclinical is nothing but, phase 0, where we are working on the animal studies. Phase 1 coming to, you are going to work on the, based on the safety and efficacy parameters, starting from the very small amount of participants to the higher amount of participants. So coming to the, these drugs tested in humans will be submitted for the FDA approval, and what happens exactly we will be discussing. And coming to the decentralized clinical trial is something where we are conducting the clinical trial remotely, and patients can avoid visiting to the center where the trial is happening. Instead of that, they can sit at home and they can do the trial. For example, if they are working on the diabetes, you can, they can work on the, glucometers available there, or smart watches or smart inhalers. Using that, you can work on the at home from work. At home also you can participate in the clinical trials. This is decentralized and something but nothing but where multiple trials are happening in different places, where it will show its own effect. Next, coming to the clinical trial landscape by 2030, how it is going to useful in the present scenario. 450,000 plus active clinical trials are happening globally. Then usually it takes 12 years of time to develop a drug, average duration of time, but it is keep on reducing because of artificial intelligence day by day. Then average cost for new drug approval, as we have seen from phase 0 to phase 4, we are going to work on the exploratory or preclinical phase to the post-marketing surveillance, where starting from 20 patients to till 10,000 patients, large scale, we are going to focus on the safety and efficacy. In order to make or complete this entire trial and develop a new drug, it almost takes 12 years. And the cost taken is average of $2.6 billion. Sorry. $2.6 billion for new drug approval, and 90% of the trials failure will happen from phase 1 to phase 3, especially in the phase 3, the most of the trial failure happens. So if you can see in the chart that 2019 to 2030, decentralized clinical trials are increasing in the percentage when compared with the normal trials. So here comes with the decentralized clinical trial, how it is useful or how it is digitalized or how you can work in the clinical trials being at home. So e-consent, earlier the consent used to be the manual one. So now the e-consent, you can prepare the e-consent and circulate among the group of people who are participating in the clinical trial. Electronic informed consent via secure digital platforms, reducing the site visit. Then comes with the wearables. What is this wearables? Remote patient monitoring with biosensors and IoT devices for real-time data. What is this IoT devices? IoT devices is Internet of Things devices. So everybody of us use this. So smartwatches and iPhone watches, in order to monitor your number of steps you have done per the day, or your glucose levels, or your blood pressure, your heart rate, your pulse rate. Then comes with the Fitbit appliances. Then comes with your smart insulin pumps. You can carry anywhere if a person is with diabetic. Smart inhalers. So the all of these are wearables, Internet on Things devices, which will possess the biosensors in them, which gives the real-time data. Then comes with the telemedicine, virtual site visits and remote investigator assessment, home delivery, direct to the patient investigational drug delivery system. Recently, I've seen a video where they are doing the delivery through the drones. So maybe in the upcoming future, we can notice that the drone delivery of medications to the houses where, like how do we order the food from the Swiggy, Zomato? In the same way, the drone will deliver your drugs to the place where you have ordered. And ePro, electronic patient reporting outcomes via smartphones and apps. Then comes with the AI monitoring, machine learning for safety, signal detection, and adaptive clinical trial. Then comes with the adaptive clinical trial. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. My screen and myself visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
You are visible and audible.
Okay, fine. Adaptive clinical trial design and biomarker driven research. Here we are going to talk about different type of trials. Platform trial, multiple treatments evaluated simultaneously in one protocol. Like for example, testing 5 different COVID-19 treatments under one protocol. So multiple treatments evaluated simultaneously in one protocol. Then comes with the umbrella trial. Just to remind about your umbrella. Umbrella, how does it look? So the folks all will be connected in the center. Multiple biomarkers that are under one cancer type. We stand under the umbrella, so the multiple folks will be there under that. So which is a multiple biomarker under us, and we are the center person, that is one cancer type. Basket trials. So here, single therapy testing across the multiple tumor types. Single therapy testing in the sense, for example, we are using for thyroid cancer or melanoma, we are using for multiple tumors, we are using one particular therapy, be it immunotherapy or chemotherapy. Then seamless phase of phase 2 or 3, continuous data collection, bridging the trial phases. Based on designs, real-time probability updates to optimize the allocation. Here, the patient allocation is adjusted during the trial towards the treatment, showing for the better outcome of the patient. See, the cost is increasing and the duration and the success rate. See here, what makes the difference between the traditional trial, what we follow regularly, and the adaptive trial, what is it going to influence in the real world data. So coming to the artificial intelligence in the pharmacy, machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analytics. So I think in the image, you can see a person is giving shake hand to the robo. Robo is the one who is with artificial intelligence, with machine learning. NLP is a part of artificial intelligence again. So coming to the target ID. So what is this target ID is? The target identification may be it the protein or enzyme or a gene. So machine learning scans the proteome to identify the novel drug targets 10 times faster than that. How do we do that? So there are, okay, I'll be discussing. Hit discovery, deep learning screens, billions of virtual compounds, lead optimization, generative AI design molecules with optimal properties. So the 1 and 3 are interlinked. So when we concentrate on the proteome or, one gene, so this what this AI does. So there are multiple molecules surrounding the target. So out of them, it has to fit to the one target, one molecule where it will exactly fit and show its outcome. So here, it is going to fit with one molecule. That molecule is called as a lead molecule, lead optimization. Here, we can create using the artificial intelligence multiple lead molecules which will, be similar with your lead molecule, which was previously tied up with the target ID. So it will also help in the ADMET prediction and neural networks predict the toxicity before the synthesis. So what does it do? So all the PK/PD parameters, everything will be identified here. Then comes with the AI-powered clinical decision support, drug interaction alertness, real-time AI screening of polypharmacy combination with the severe grading. So what is the severe grading? Even in the drug interaction, we have mild, moderate, severe grading of drug interaction. But using the AI, we can screen out polypharmacy combinations also with what type of interaction it is happening. Next comes with the dose optimization. So right, we create an algorithms for everything, for treatment options. So machine learning algorithms tailor the doses based on the PK/PD parameters, that is pharmacokinetic and dynamic parameters, and using the dose optimization can be done through the genetics and artificial intelligence. ADR prediction. So natural language processing. So what is this natural language processing? As I told earlier in the initial while sharing the screen, I told you we use natural language processing in our day-to-day life. Hey Siri, call somebody, or Alexa, open the door, or Alexa, play this song. So we use natural language processing in such a way that it has to tune our language, and it will give you, it will give you the outcome what you are expecting for. So the same NLP, if it is used in the medical domain or pharma domain, it gives whatever the outcome you are expecting for. So it will analyze the EHR, electronic health record data, to predict adverse drug reactions proactively. Even nowadays, if you observe, only the multi-specialty hospitals are maintaining the EHR data. So all of the small hospitals, they are still doing the things manually. Okay, then comes with the antibiotic stewardship, where antibiotic stewardship, AI recommends the optimal antibiotic therapy based on the culture and resistance. So what is this based on the culture and resistance? What it is going to do is it improves the antibiotic resistance and reduce the antibiotic resistance and improve the patient better outcome. So coming to the AI powered clinical decision support in oncology, how does it work? Deep learning matches tumor profiles to optimal chemotherapy protocols. Which chemotherapeutic drug has to be given? So AI can detect prior. I think most of you know AI can detect the breast cancer 10 years prior of you getting the breast cancer. So that type of tools has come into existence, but there is no specific literature, that it is still, they are working on a person. Then pain management, AI personalizes the analgesic ladder approach with the opioid risk scoring. NLP and AI in the pharmacovigilance. So we are going to give the GPT models here. What is this GPT models? Is generative pre-trained transformer, where you're going to do the signal detection. What is the signal detection? So if you detect a signal, you can know that there is an ADR happening with this particular drug, and it also will help in analyzing the text of your drug, and it will interpret your ADR prior. MEDRA coding, medical dictionary for regulatory authorities coding. It will be coding the event. So be it MEDRA coding is based on the so I think you might be knowing about the Argus or Oracle tool, where we are going to do it in the pharmacovigilance domain. where we are going to enter, for example, there is a sudden cardiac arrest. So sudden cardiac arrest, the MEDRA code will be there to add on the sudden cardiac arrest. So when you add that sudden cardiac arrest, it will automatically display your code. When the code is displayed, it will automatically show you the what type of ADR it is, whether it is a fatal, it is a life-threatening, whether it is a medically significant one. So where you can identify most of the MEDRA coding through in the pharmacovigilance with the help of NLP and AI. And individual case safety reporting, where here unstructured safety reports can be extracted from AI. Risk prediction, machine learning models can identify high risk patient cohorts before harm occurs. Means if you create a drug, like we have discussed in the clinical trials, before creating a drug into the market, you will prior identify what type of areas will influence in future to that particular patient. So in order to identify the risk prediction, ML plays a key role again. Regulatory filling, that is periodic safety updated reports, here automated because of the AI narrative tools. Coming to the machine learning models in the pharmacy practice. So here, all these models, what is this model? Random forest, neural networks, gradient boosting, recurrent LSTM, transformer. What are all these models? These models are machine learning models, as well as, what do you call deep learning models. So what are these models going to do? The primary use in pharmacy, what is their use? Random forest will identify the drug interaction prediction prior and toxicity classification by with 92% of accuracy. Neural networks, it is a machine learning tool again. Molecular property prediction, image diagnostics, 96%. Nowadays, most of the in the cancer domain, even I have used random forest for one of my study. Gradient boosting, readmission risk, length of hospital prediction can be identified with gradient boosting. Recurrent LSTM, here we are going to going to identify the electronic health record trends over the time. Means, for example, from 2019, you want the data of EHR. So you can just, click on the 2019 to so-called date you want. You just filter it out. You can see that there is a, treatment pattern mining data also available with recurrent LSTM with 90% accuracy. Transformer, here we are going to use again the GPT and BERT tools where 94% accuracy can be identified. Large language models transforming the pharmacy, patient medication counseling boards. So I don't know, chat boards are available. Chat boards, if you see the chat boards, you can translate the prescription. You can translate the language according to their own language. For example, I know only Telugu, that I wanted to convert it into Telugu language. Just upload the prescription, it can be converted into the Telugu language, where I can get the counseling points also with the chatbots. Then clinical documentation, auto-generated discharge summaries are available, reconciliation notes and medication orders. Drug information retrieval, you can get it in the PubMed and FDA databases, also the drug monographs. Medical education, personalized pharmacy curriculum with AI tutors. I don't know how many of you know the AI tools has come, where I don't know English properly. Please help me in learning the English. Yes, AI tool is there to learn, to make you fluency in talking in English very fluently, be it in American accent or British accent. You can learn you can learn using the AI tools. Then research assistant, literature mining, systemic review acceleration and hypothesis generation. Here also you can use some tools where you can generate your hypothesis, be it null hypothesis or whatever it is, or literature mining. For example, you're not able to get any literature for the study what you are doing for your research. Just use some tools where you can generate some, ROS prior going to the PDF. You will get the summarized content of the review of literature for your research. Then regulatory intelligence, real-time monitoring of FDA, European Medical Agency, Central Drug Standard Organization, and the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Regulatory updates and compliance are very much essential. Precision medicine and genomics, personalized, target, and evidence-based. Yes, coming to the precision medicine, how do this precision medicine work on? So you're going to, have a betterment which rather than a group we have studied in rational drug use already, and I just want to skip this because 7% of the poor metabolizers. How do you identify that poor metabolizers? By again based on their genes. 25,000 plus pharmacogenomics gene drug based repairs are clinically validated. What is this clinically validated? The genes, what we are, what they act on our body. If you are giving a drug into a body oral form, where does it go? It goes through the oral form, ADME parameters, then it will interact with some of your genes in order to give you the outcome. So what is happening is this this pharmacogenomics, day by day, it is increasing, usage in such a way that the drug is designed as per the genes of the patient based on their individual lifestyle. 90% of the ADRs are preventable and 60% FDA label drugs are with prostaglandin biomarkers. Then comes with the precision oncology and targeted therapy. Here, you can see in the chart that how is the usage of the which therapy. Then comes with the antibiotic drug conjugate. Trastuzumab can be given, and the usage of the ADC therapy is higher. Then comes with the CAR therapy, then immuno, then targeted, non-targeted chemotherapy. Like this, we are going to, the hierarchy is like this. The usage pattern is like this. Then comes with the biomarkers and companion diagnostic, predictive prognostic diagnostic parameters that are pharmacodynamically surrogate safety and toxicity. What is this predictive? Predict the response to the specific therapy. So, right, for the breast cancer, HER2 genes, positive or negative, we are going to give the trastuzumab. Then in the same way, for prognostic, indicate the disease outcome regardless of the treatment. So you are focusing on the outcome rather than the treatment options. Then diagnosis, confirm the disease diagnosis. Pharmacodynamic, measure drug effect on the target, how it is going to give the drug effect. Then surrogate, substitute for clinical endpoints in the trials. Safety and toxicity, predict the adverse drug reactions. So here you have given with examples. Coming to the liquid biopsy, non-invasive cancer monitoring. Withdraw the blood, then circular tumor DNA with circular tumor RNA isolation can be done. Next generation sequencing, PCR analysis can be done here, where mutation profiling, then treatment decision. So these are the steps that are followed in the liquid biopsy in order to make the treatment decision. Early detection is possible, treatment monitoring is possible, resistance mapping is possible, and MRD is also possible. So comes with the digital health and medtech. Here we are going to talk about the wearables, telemedicine, IMOT, and mHealth apps. So comes with the digital health ecosystem 2030. So here we are going to use $660 billion digital health market and 3.7 billion mHealth apps downloads every year. Healthify, there is an app where what type of diet you have to take, what type of, fitness you have to maintain. For everything, tools are available in the market nowadays. Only thing is just installation, and a little bit of amount and time will be consumed. 76% of the patient using the wearables by 2080. 2028, and 40% healthcare cost reduced by the mHealth. If there is an tool, or for example, I tell you the electronic blood pressure, most of them they don't know how to check their blood pressure, but electronic is available, where if you just tie and see that there is a, they can monitor their own blood pressure, or you can monitor your own heart rate by the watches, smart watches. So comes with the electronic health records, interpretable cloud-based patient data system with AI decision. Then comes with a telehealth and RPM. Remote patient monitoring, which reduces the 38% of their hospitalization. Then comes with the M-Health application, medication adherence, refill reminder, symptom trackers. Then comes with the wearable biosensors, as I told you already, digital therapeutics, FDA cleared software-based treatments for the chronic condition. If you go to any of multi-specialty hospitals, you can see that there is a ID that is available for any type of disease condition or for the patient. If you enter the details of the patient in the AEHR, you can see what are the disease that is there for the patient and what are the drugs that are given, which doctor has prescribed. That is, it's a part of digital therapeutics again. Blockchain in the health data, which will secure your entire data, decentralize the patient data sharing and concern management, and comes with the wearables and internet of medical things. So here we are going to use some things like continuous glucose monitor, smart ECG patch, implantable loop recorder, which is useful for, identifying the cardiac monitoring device. Okay. So here I have mentioned the brands. Please ignore the brands. Smart inhaler, adherence and technique monitoring, digital blood pressure, as I told you. 24 hours you can monitor your own blood pressure. Connected insulin pen. You cannot keep on giving the insulin using the injection. So insulin pen is available nowadays. Then comes with the telemedicine, where you can talk to any patient. If the patient is in India and you are in somewhere UK or USA, you can directly talk to the patient on daily basis and give the medicine based on the patient need. And you cannot just prescribe the drug easily through the orally, but it can be documented. And remote patient monitoring, 38% reduction in the 30-day hospital readmission. Considered from 2018, the data has been taken and it is keep on increasing the telemedicine visits, and around $69,000 average saving per year with the remote patient monitoring is, this much of amount will be saved. 72% patient satisfaction with telehealth versus in person. 3 times faster medication adjustment cycles with. So there are more benefits with the telemedicine and remote patient monitoring than the manually attending, but not for all the disease conditions that telemedicine is applicable. Then comes with the drug discovery and development. Sorry, madam, Aruna madam, how much time do I have? Hello. Okay, let me continue.
Ma'am, you can continue, madam.
Please continue, ma'am.
Yeah.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay. Drug discovery and development. So here we have, you can see in the image that the drug discovery process, how it is happening. Research development, 3 to 6 years. Preclinical studies, 1 year. Clinical trials, 4 to 7 years. Review and approval, 1 to 2 years. It overall takes almost 12 years, as I told, for the development of a drug and coming into the market. But the artificial intelligence has reduced most of the time and money of that, and the discovery of a drug or discovery of a molecule, it has become very easier when compared with the previous days. Target ID, late optimization, biologics, and CRISPR. And so these, again, we have already discussed about these things. AI will reduce the discovery from 5 years to 12 months by virtual screening. So what is the advantage you might have known? Generative chemistry designs novel scaffolds outside the chemist intuition. Means you can, the molecule design can be also done using the artificial intelligence. In silico ADMET. So in silico designs are very much, trending now, where you can avoid the preclinical failures by 40%, and digital twin patients stimulate trial outcomes before the first human dose. So what are these going to give as an advantages in your day-to-day life? That we will be discussing. Biologics, gene therapy, and advanced therapeutics. Monoclonal antibodies, they will target on the specific antigen. Trastuzumab, adalimumab, and nivolumab. These are monoclonal antibodies, where they are given for the treatment of the cancer based on the staging. So what do we do? These are our advanced therapeutics, CAR cell therapy. I have already discussed with you. CRISPR-Cas9, which is a genome-based thing. Recently, I think, I don't know how many of you know about this. So they have cut the chromosome number uh, chromosome Y or X for which is responsible for the Down syndrome in kids. So that was the research is happening using the CRISPR genome editing. The research is happening based on that mRNA therapeutics, which is a protein replacement or vaccination COVID-19 platform now expanding to the cancer. Gene therapy, which is a viral vector delivery of corrective genes, hemophilia, spinal muscle atrophy means you are concentrating based on the patient genes. You are going to give therapy, be it what type of disease it is. Antibody drug conjugation, I have already discussed that. Nanotechnology and smart drug delivery system, liposomes, polymeric nanoparticles, lipid nanoparticles, dendrimers, carbon nanotubes, quantum dots, all these are nanotechnology, which is we also call it as a novel drug delivery system for smart drug delivery. Then comes with the regulatory compliance and regulatory innovation and compliance. Here we are going to talk about the regulatory guidelines and which is which is useful for which country. FDA, food and food FDA in terms of USA, what is it going to do? Breakthrough therapy. Breakthrough therapy means what is it? So you take the systemic review or meta-analysis data from 2001 till 2026. You want some data, so or approval, which is evidence based. You can get it. You can get it. How do we get it? Based on the based on the database. Based on the database, how do we get it again? Again, you need some access for that. So when you get the access, you will get the accurate data. Then based on that, you can just for example, you are doing some clinical trial. You wanted to market a drug, so for that, you need a FDA approval. FDA approval, when do you get that approval? There is a lot of process again. So this regulatory authorities or regulatory guidelines are very much essential. You need to follow the ICH guidelines, GCP guidelines, then WHO guidelines. What are these? In order to maintain the good clinical practices, good clinical practices in terms of clinical trials. And in order to know the DDIs, you need to follow the good clinical practices. So we also have, you can see in the fourth point, like ICH guidelines, E6 GCP revision. So good clinical practice revision will happen. So the regulatory guidelines are very much essential and the regulatory affairs are very much essential in order to, have a growth and integration. Real world evidence integration is very much essential with the help of regulatory authorities. So what does we do with this? Example, I will tell you, like CDSCO. CDSCO, we have NDA, new drug application. So now, how many of you know the Janaushadhi scheme? So in order to run up the Janaushadhi scheme, Janaushadhi portal, you need to get an access from the CDSCO. In the same way, if you wanted to launch a drug into the market, US FDA, guidelines or approval is very much essential. Coming to the real world evidence and post-marketing surveillance, here we are going to compare the therapies in the real population beyond the RCT settings. Randomized control trial, you are going to compare the effectiveness, safety surveillance, label extension, health technology assessment, and predictive modeling. So what are we going to do? So here the percentages are EHR is having 30%, where you will get the accurate data about the disease condition, about the management, about the management in the sense in the treatment options or about the anything about the patient, but the privacy will be maintained. Next, 25% is claiming the data. Nowadays, cyber security is so much available in order to secure your data as well as to trash your data, to reveal your data. So you can also use the cyber security in a proper manner in order to claim your data. That comes to the patient registries is 80%. Social media, it is 12%. Wearable and sensors, and based on the clinical labs, Based on all these, we are getting the real world evidence on. So the real world data. So here we are going to compare all the parameters. How do we use the AI driven safety science in the pharmacovigilance domain? So this is signal detection. So this is the hierarchy. Literature review, periodic safety, updated report generation, MEDRA auto coding, then ICSR processing, signal detection speed. Means rather than the normal or manual way, when you use the artificial intelligence, their accuracy or the workforce will increase. Example, UDRA vigilance, EMDR format mandatory. So UDRA vigilance, pharmacovigilance, hemovigilance, what is this? All these vigilance, you have to do the ADR reporting. For example, you know the VG-base, VG-flow databases that are available and WHO approved databases. What are these used for? When you go into the pharmacovigilance domain, ICSR case processing will be there, or literature case processing will be there. For that, this VG-based database workflow is very much essential. How does this pharmacovigilance 2030 will influence? Means AI will influence the pharmacovigilance in the sense for the better, better outcome in terms of everything, in terms of ADR reporting, in terms of data accuracy, in terms of database storage, in terms of the narrative synthesis, or in terms of the risk management. Of all these things, AI will be very much essential. Then coming to the future pharmacist roles and education. So here clinically, digitally, research, leadership, what are the things that are going to influence with the help of AI? Pharmacists by 2030, evolving the professional roles. Clinical pharmacy specialists like MTM, medication treatment monitoring. Oh, how does you do that? Using some pill boxes, you can identify them prior whether they are taking the medication or not. Antimicrobial stewardship, if stewardship is not there, you cannot identify the resistance of the microbes. You cannot get the or you cannot improve the microbial resistance, antibiotic resistance, so as you cannot show the better outcome of the patient. Next, digital health pharmacists managing the AI tools, wearable data. We all discussed about all these things. Then pharmacogenomics consultant. Pharmacogenomics, yes, of course, the person who is expertise in the pharmacy domain along with genomics will be the pharmacogenomics consultant, where he can focus on the patient gene and work for their treatment options. Clinical trial pharmacist. So as of now in India, we are not having any of these except the health pharmacist, clinical pharmacist, and regulatory affairs specialist. All these are about to come into existence just because of AI. Regulatory affairs specialist prepares doses, manages the global submission, license with the health authorities. Pharmacy education 2030, curriculum transformation, simulation labs, which we use in the pharmacology, we can do it better with the artificial intelligence. Then case-based problem-based learning. All these are useful with the real-world data. You can solve the case-based and problem-based learning. AI tutors, as I told you, like you can now. I am an AI tutor. You are talking to me. You wanted to learn about the simulation lab. I teach you about the simulation lab. I am an AI tutor now. Okay, then we are using the AI tools, and you are sitting at home, and I am giving you the coaching how to do this, how to do that in the manner that you're saving a lot of time. Then industry rotations, pharma, biotech, medtech, and regulatory authority placements. Then research internships, embedded clinical trial experience during the academic program. I don't know how many of you know this. The pharmacy education 2030. Now I think Indian government when tied up with the pharmacy wing, there is a research tour that is happening. They are taking to the specific places of the medical colleges, or pharmacy colleges, and they are having a like a world tour. They are having a research trip for 5 days, 10 days. They are spending a lot of money and taking the people in order to have a hands-on experience. That comes with the medication safety and optimizing the patient outcome. 1.5 million people are preventable with the medication errors per year in USA just because of AI, and $42 billion annual cost of medication errors was reduced, 50% ADR reduction was reduced with AI prescribing support. You know, the DRPs, drug-related problems. In the drug-related problem, medication errors are the major common thing. Medication errors, how does it come? So while dispensing, it might be error, or while your handwriting is not good and the pharmacist did not understand what you have written. Instead of giving the lorazepam, he has given some other drug, which is, it is a medication error again. It can be reduced with the auto-generated prescription or the typed prescription. 88% adherence with AI-enabled smart blister pads. So you can see the RDU or barcode medication admin. Means, for example, if you see in some, multinational hospitals where the dispensing will not be done by the pharmacist, just show your prescription, the auto dispensing method using the pipeline system. It can be, it can be directly reached to the patient. So all these are the novel technologies. One Health Framework and Global Health Equity by 2030, AMR stewardship, universal health coverage, and pandemic preparedness, environmental pharmacy. All these are, the trending topics. So for example, AMR stewardship. A medical college should maintain a AMR stewardship program. If not, what happens? So you cannot, know what type of antibiotic, what type of resistance you are getting in the hospital. So if you maintain a stewardship program, you will come to know what type of antibiotics are given, what type of resistance they are facing, whether is it a right drug to give, or you can change any antibiotic. Like that, you can work on the rational antibiotic use. Universal health coverage. So Janaushadhi, just now I told, CDSCO will help in Janaushadhi schemes and all. So you can run a small pharmacy with Janaushadhi medicines, generic medicine, access with a free of cost. I mean, not free of cost, with a minimal cost. It is available with only generic medicines. Then pandemic preparedness, like COVID, maybe some other things might come in future. You should be prepared. mRNA platform readiness, rapid vaccine pharmacovigilance. Like I am working on one project where COVID has already not there now, but we are working on one project that we are going to track up the cardiovascular risks in prior if some pandemic will arise. For that, we are developing the web tool, tool by using the cloud software. And environmental pharmacy. This is a green pharmacy initiatives, reducing the pharmaceutical effluent, sustainable packing, medicine take back programs. All these are, trending subjects nowadays. And hospital pharmacy 2030. Robotic dispensing, IV admixtures robots, means how much dose you want, the same dose will be mixed up with the, cytotoxic compounding can be done with the IV admixture robots. Bedside smart cabinets, where you can see the biometric access, AI replenishment, reminders for you are taking the medication. All these are available. Then comes with your CPOE integration, that is, here we are going to review the pharmacist embedded electronic prescribing workflow, like what drug has to be given for what condition. Here it has to be reviewed by the pharmacist, which will happen in a auto flow, like in a hierarchical manner. AI medication reconciliation can be done, and clinical pharmacokinetics, like using some software like Bayesian software, where we are going to analyze the vancomycin and amikacin doses. Then community pharmacy in 2030, point of care testing, like pharmacist will, go home and do the testing. Instead of that, rapid kits are available where you can test your own sampling. That's a community pharmacy setup. Usually now it is available in a community pharmacy setup, but you can test by your own. Point of care testing is available in future. Vaccination services, extended immunization beyond flu, HPV, shingles, COVID, and travel vaccines are also available. For example, the vaccination services, in the sense you have an ID with you. You are residing in Bangalore, but for a few days you are in Hyderabad. So if you tell your ID there, somebody will get vaccinated. You will have a free access. I mean, free access and easy access also. Medication review, chronic disease management, then mental health first aid, health integration. All these are linking pharmacy records with the patient variables and health apps via electronic records. Then comes with the health economics and outcomes research. As you all know, pharmacoeconomics will play a key role here. Cost utility, cost minimization, cost effectiveness, cost minimal analysis. All these are done in order to reduce the cost for the patient and give the patient better outcome. Life quality adjusted life in years versus cost gold standard for payer submission. Like example, you take if anybody going from here to US, first thing, if they wanted to get, some 5 years or 10 years, they are going to stay there. First thing is they wanted to get their health insurance, medical insurance, which will I mean, for example, any chronic condition is there to that patient, he or she should, spend a lot of money to the hospital. Instead of that, if they could get the insurance, that would be so beneficial, then most of the cost of the patient will be reduced here. Budget impacting model and patient reported outcomes manage.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sushma, ma'am. You are not audible, ma'am.
This is the graph. Data sets may perpetuate health disparity by mandatory bias, auditing the essential. So what we create an algorithms. Algorithms are also, we are going to have some bias. So in order to avoid those bias, we should get validated or authorized of that algorithms. Again, you cannot trust AI for everything. Sometimes even it does the mistakes. So there should be some common ethics what we have to follow in the healthcare sector. Then coming to the data privacy. Data privacy has to be maintained. Why data privacy has to be maintained? So if you are using some tools, HIPAA. What is this HIPAA? Health Insurance, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. Why we are going to use this HIPAA, and why it is very much essential to take the consent. So your data, everything is stored in their own database. So for that, you should give the consent, then only your data will be accessed by somebody. Then explainability AI, where black box AI we have, equity of access, AI-powered healthcare must be widen the digital divide, where it should be accessible even in the rural community setup also. Human oversight. AI has a decision support, not replacement. Pharmacists maintain the legal and ethical responsibility, but AI also has to maintain that. Next, India Pharma Vision 2030. This is all the schemes that are available. How we are going to, how much the Indian government or Indian market is going to spend on the drugs. So $130 billion Indian pharma market targets by 2030. And 3, generic manufacturer globally. I mean, generic drugs making is an easier thing, but marketing them is also easier thing. But how does it work? How does it give better outcome is an important concept what we have to learn. 60% global vaccine supply is from India, and 3,000 plus manufacturing sites are to be certified by the World Health Organization and good manufacturing practices. So Janaushadhi, Pharma Innovation Hub, CDHCO, modernization, Ayushman Bharat Digital, all these are digital tools where the government is giving an affordable drugs at a very low prices. What are the key takeaways of this session? Artificial intelligence plus pharmacy will have a clinical transformation with the help of machine learning, natural language processing, and clinical decisions and patient safety. Precision medicine is now trending topic, and pharmacogenomics is a part of precision medicine. Biomarkers, targeted therapies are moving from bench to the bedside. Yes, of course, you are going to design the drug as per the patient interest, in the sense based on the patient acceptability, based on the patient genes, you are going to design your own drug, and it has to be better when compared with the standardized treatment, what you are going to give on daily basis. Clinical research is decentralizing, as I told you. It is going to happen anywhere in the anywhere, any place. It is digitalized, and you can work from anywhere, and you can avoid the visiting the centers. I mean, trial centers. Then it is all happening with AI tools like AI wearables, as I told you, smart watches or digital tools like Fitbits, or smart chips, or smart inhalers, insulin pens. Pharmacist role in expanding from dispensing to clinical pharmacist, from data scientist and digital health champion. Ethics and equity cannot be afterthoughts. Algorithmic bias, privacy, and global access must be embedded in every innovation. So thank you so much for the opportunity. If you have any queries, please you can go ahead. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Madam Aruna, Madam. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. That was an amazing session.
Thank you.
Dear participants, if you have any queries or doubts regarding the session, you can ask Dr. Sushma, ma'am. Dear participants, please unmute your microphone if you have any doubts and ask Sushma, ma'am.
Yeah, if no questions, we can wind up the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for the
Okay.
opportunity, madam. Once again, thank you.
I would like to
Yeah.
express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person of today, FDP, Dr. M. Sushma ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, Aditya Bangalore Institute of Pharmacy, Education and Research, Bangalore, for accepting our invitation and sharing her valuable knowledge and expertise with us. Thank you, ma'am. Your comprehensive presentation provided us with excellent insights into the future landscape of pharmacy, highlighting the significance of clinical research, artificial intelligence, precision medicine, digital health, drug discovery, regulatory innovation, and the evolving roles of pharmacists in healthcare transformation. The discussion on AI-driven drug discovery, AI-powered clinical decision support systems, pharmacogenomics, decentralized clinical trials, variable technologies, and personalized patient care has given us a clear vision of how technology and pharmacy practice will converge in these coming years. Were valuable thoughts on importance of preparing future pharmacists with skills in AI literacy, data analytics, clinical research, pharmacogenomics, and digital healthcare will certainly motivate faculty members and researchers to explore new opportunities in teaching, innovation, and research. Thank you once again, ma'am. I also thank all the faculty members for joining this today's session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
With
so
this, we
much,
are
Aruna,
ending
madam.
the today's session.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again.